What is going on YouTube? AndCap24 coming back with the third play of the gun wing slot offset formation scheme that we're doing this week. If you haven't had a chance to check out the first two videos, make sure you go ahead and look in the description. We'll have links provided for you to get caught up on this formation scheme. We're going to be looking at the play called Smash. It's a great opportunity to go ahead and use in conjunction with the first two plays, giving a very similar look, but going ahead and using different route combinations to go ahead and beat all coverages. Let's go take a look at it now. So I really like the smash play because we're going to be able to go ahead and scheme with it to really get what you want out of that defense. Now we're going to go ahead and take this Y and move him over to the right just like we did for the first two plays. I really like that option to make sure that we go ahead and disguise what we're looking for. Now we're going to put this A on a curl and the RB on a block and then the X on a smart routed out. Now I want to point out to you that this play looks very similar to stick and nod the first three steps when it comes to all the routes. If you remember stick and nod, what we had was the A going on an out, the B going on a wheel, the Y has the exact same route, and then we had the X doing an in. If you look at the first basically 5 yards of each route, it's all the same. The B is going to look like it's the wheel, then he stops. The A looks like he's going to be doing the smart routed out, then he stops. And then you've got the X that basically carries it out. It's very important when you can make routes look the same, especially off the onset, to really get your opponent to freeze, to really mix up some, the ability to, go back and forth with plays. But what I want to teach you here is why I like this as a cover 2 beater. I haven't mentioned this in the first two videos when it comes to being able to use this formation as a man activation against cover 2. If you see that I'm in cover 2 with cloud flats, and in order to man activate, if you understand the rules, and we like to test people's knowledge of the game, you're going to see that you're going to be able to put 4 receiving threats to the right side while only leaving 1 receiving threat to the left. Okay? When you isolate a receiving threat, and there's only 1 isolation route to one side of the quarterback, you will get man activation as long as they're split out wide enough on the cornerback. And in this case, this formation allows you to do so. Now, what I want to show you here is if they don't do anything and they just leave it in cloud flats, this X is going to torch his man in man activation. So I'm going to watch this guy, and then I'm going to show you that this guy is going to be wide open on the left-hand side because we know that he was going to play man coverage. And typically speaking, it's going to be off man coverage because they're not pressing on the onset. I have the ability to see it right away when I look at this defender. This defender will typically keep his eyes on the quarterback, give a little bit of a chuck on his receiver if it's cover 2. If he goes ahead and does no chuck, and then he goes ahead and you see that he opens his body like this to where now you see the back, you should know right now it's going to be man coverage, and you should be able to throw this ball right away. Now, I know it as soon as this guy goes like this, doesn't do a chuck, and he's like here, okay? My routes haven't even started to develop. So if I see it at this point and I know that it is not man coverage, then I'm going to go to this side of the field and work my route combination over there. So it's a really nice play to really be able to cue onto this cornerback to really see what exactly you're going to get out of the defense, okay? So let me show you exactly what they need to do in order to make sure that if they're in cover 2, they don't get man activated, okay? And it's simple as playing over the top coverage, okay? So if they're in soft squats and they leave them in soft squats, it's going to man activate. If they're in cloud flats and leave them in cloud flats, it's going to man activate. If they're in cloud flats and go ahead and then play over the top coverage, which a lot of people don't know, this will cancel this, okay? If most people are in cloud flats, they feel like they don't have to do anything. It's usually the people that are in soft squats that want to change them to cloud flats do it because out of habit, but they don't really understand why they're canceling the man activation. So by doing so, you're going to have the ability to cancel it, okay? But by putting them in over the top coverage, you have now told the vertical hooks to go ahead and play deeper, okay? They're not going to come down as easily if you have people in their zones to keep them where they need to be. And that's where our route combination comes into play. They should put this Y on a deep blue, because if they don't, we're going to be able to torch them with that Y receiver in the seam, and none of these other routes really make any difference because once you see that the guy's not backing up, you're going to attack that player. But what we're going to do here with this route combination if you look here, is the A is going to do a good job of going ahead and get that vertical hook back on the A, and we're going to be able to throw it to this B receiver against all coverages, okay? And we're going to be able to notice that this X isn't going to be man activation. We're going to be able to throw it to this B receiver when he goes ahead and does his stop. So I'm just going to make sure that I base the line and make sure that I got everybody in the right spots, and we're good to go. Okay, so everybody's in the same spots, and what we're going to do here is we're going to look to the left. We're going to notice that it's not man because the guy went ahead and chucked him, and we're just going to throw a low ball to this B receiver, okay? So I want to make sure that you see how this route combination was developed. You're going to see that you're going to be able to look on the left-hand side and notice that this player went ahead and did a chuck. See how he chucked him? I know now it's not man coverage. So he leaves him going over there. So now I'm turning over here. I'm waiting for this hook to stop. You're going to see that that one linebacker is on that tight end. We're going to be able to throw this ball low, catch the ball, and get yourself some nice, easy yards. Now, when we play against other coverages, it's actually going to work better, okay? I just like to show you the cover 2 because we're going to go ahead and make sure that that's a really nice, annoying route that they have to go ahead and cover. But we're going to notice that it's not cover 2 right away, or man activation right away when we do this, because we're looking on the left-hand side. We're going to notice that that player is not doing man activation. You're going to see in cover 3, you're going to be able to throw that ball really, really easy. Now, if you go ahead and look on cover 4, it's going to be the same exact way as you do it. So that's why this play is a really great option when it comes to short yardage situation, and it's a great option when it's in the red zone. I like to do this inside the 5 a lot because of the way that you're able to kind of throw a low ball to that player in traffic and really be able to catch it. So if we're going against a cover 3 and you'll see they got cloud flats or whatever the case may be, you're going to go ahead and notice that when you're able to move this player over, put the X on us, whatever route you want to put them on. It's the smart route out is what we're going to put them on. We'll keep it consistent. And you're going to see that you're going to be able to throw it to this B receiver. As he goes ahead and hits the bottom, it's an easy touchdown. A lot of people have struggles in the red zone because of the inability to work in space. You're going to see that this is a great red zone beater, but it's also a great short yardage player, and it's also a great opportunity to use the man activation in cover 2 in the open field. So again, when you see this guy's going to go up the field, and then he's just going to stop on a dime. Make sure you low precision pass it, and you catch it right there. When you're in the end zone, they typically see how they basically kind of give up a little bit. You're going to catch this ball, and you should be good to go for the nice, easy score. Make sure you're on the short side of the field when you do it. You know, we can always go on this side of the field, and we can go ahead and flip it, and you're going to have the same success. So in the red zone, we're going to flip this play. We're going to go ahead and make sure that we're going and get you a defense to go against. Here we go. Move this player over to the left. We're going to go ahead and put the A on the curl, the RB on a block. And watch how we're going to be able to throw this low ball to the B receiver. As soon as he stops, you're going to be able to throw that ball just the same. So that's why I like it as a red zone player as well. Very hard for a user to jump that, and it really makes a lot of sense. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you hit that like button. I do want to remind you that we are going to be able to have a play call sheet for you on the website when it comes to Friday, when this whole series is over. We're showing you the first 5 audible base plays throughout this series. There's going to be an additional 3 to 5 setups per play when it comes to this whole base scheme. So you're going to have about 15 to 20 setups that you're going to be able to use out of this formation in order to elevate your game, guys. If you're interested in that, make sure you go ahead and check out our website. It will be available on Friday. Just wanted to make sure that you guys are understanding of kind of what we're accomplishing here with this. We want to make sure that you had an easy 5-play scheme that you can have some fun with. But if you really want to get into using this as a everyday base scheme to really start your offense with, it's a great opportunity to go grab that play call sheet, grab the videos that are correspond with them, and really be able to get a little bit better at Madden, guys. We appreciate you. We'll catch you on the next video.